Angelo Santabarbara. Come on over, Angelo. You're up next. We're not doing chairs today. You're going to have to stand, you poor man. Of course, he's a politician, so he's so used to standing everywhere.
Well, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Yeah, good to see you. How about a hug?
Good to see you, too. It's good to be back on your show.
Yeah.
I do have a bottle of my homemade wine for you.
Did you make that yourself?
Yep, we did.
Your dad did, I'll bet. Your dad. Did you make it, too? Come on.
It's a family activity, so
Santa Barbara cheese.
Well,
it doesn't look like cheese.
No, but that's the label we use.
Yeah, oh, I like that. That's
yeah.
really cool. That's very nice. Okay, good. We're going to keep that there. We aren't going to crack that one open. I'm using a hand mic here because we had the chorus, so we thought we would just change it a little bit.
That's okay.
We're going to be talking. Well, first of all, you sent some photos, and I noticed the one of your daughter. And tell us a little bit about that.
You know, it's the holiday season, and what better time to get together with your family and do some holiday cooking. And my family is full of these little recipes that I remember growing up as a kid. And we even
oh my goodness.
We had the Feast of the Fishes.
And we got the video. We're going to show that today.
We got the video, and that's a great tradition. And I'm all about traditions that my family has brought over from Italy and keeping those alive and passing them down to my kids. So last year we cooked strufoli. So
I made them the other night. Love them.
It's a great recipe and it's easy. It's a lot of fun. And this year I found myself eating what's called spaghetti frittata.
You haven't sent me that recipe yet.
I haven't sent it. You have to check
naughty,
my Instagram.
Naughty.
You have to check my Instagram.
I don't use Instagram. Oh, bummer.
So I went over to my mother's house and I see this spaghetti frittata and I remember.
If you want to know, wait. If you want to know what a spaghetti frittata is, it's something my grandmother made. And it's something your family made.
Yes.
And you make it with spaghetti, but it's not a quiche. And it's kind of like a dessert, and my grandmother would keep it on the shelf in the pantry and cut me a piece, and I thought I was in heaven.
It's a very unique recipe, and I've looked.
With citron in it?
I've looked online to try and find
it. You can't find it.
No, it's more of more like you're saying a quiche, or you find like more of a pizza type dish. This is my mother makes it with angel hair pasta.
That's how we do.
And we put the eggs in it, and she puts lemon zest.
Lots of lemons,
sugar, and then you fry it up just until it's brown, and you cut it up like a pizza. And she serves it with some fruit as a dessert. But I guess it could be, a meal too as well.
Yeah, but no, for us it was a dessert, and it was like, how you'd go to your grandmother's house and she'd give you a cookie. No, my grandmother gave me for that.
And it was fantastic. And as soon as I tasted it, I remember having it as a kid, and I said,
and you didn't bring any with you?
No, I didn't bring any with me. But next time I come, we'll try some. It's really easy to make. It takes about 10 minutes or so to cook it. It's great to do with your family. My daughter learned how to make it.
You put cinnamon in it?
No, we don't put cinnamon, but you could have your own little variation on this recipe. Yeah. This is our family recipe.
So you take, all right, this is a quick recipe. You take about a pound of pasta.
You pound, half a pound, depending on how big you want to make it.
Okay, and then?
You boil the pasta, the angel hair pasta, 5 eggs. You beat the eggs, put the pasta in, add some lemon juice, and then grate some of that lemon zest, and then some sugar, and then you mix all that together. You put it in a frying pan. Make sure
cast iron.
Yep, a cast iron's fine, and you have to make sure the frying.
My grandmother used a cast iron.
You have to make sure that frying pan has some depth to it, so you don't want it to spread out too much. Yeah, keep about an inch or so in there, and then the trick my father showed me is to flip it over.
Well, that's what I was going to say. That is the hard part.
That's where you go wrong. So my father takes this dish, a bigger dish than the pan, puts it on top, flips the pan, puts the pan back on the stove, slides the frittata back in, and it comes out perfect. Looks like it's easier said than done because I have a little bit of trouble with this, but my parents have it down.
I know, you really need to flip it. Now, the other thing I've done something similar to that is to put it under the broiler sometimes, and it will cook, but it may not cook all the way down. That's the problem.
And what's fun about these recipes, and I think all the recipes are like this. I asked my mother, asked my father, how do you cook this? What goes in it? They really don't give you ingredients half.
No, there's no recipes. Are you kidding?
So, but that's good because
until it feels right.
Until it's to your liking. So you make it a couple times, and every family maybe has a little bit. Maybe they want a little more sugar, a little more lemon. Want to add something else, you can do that. That's what's nice about these recipes, and they become a family tradition. If you haven't tried it at home, you're watching, you want to try it, 10 minutes tops, you'll have it cooked. and it'll be something you can start with your family. And around holiday times, it's nice to get together, do a little cooking, get the kitchen a little messy, and enjoy some time.
It's really fun to do that. The other thing I wanted to mention is Angelo has shared we make the same recipe, I found out, with the squash flowers and the squash fritters.
The zucchini fritters and the zucchini flowers. Oh, that's a fantastic recipe.
Yeah.
And we made that earlier this year. I'm sort of
with your daughter. She is a beauty, and she was having so much fun with you on.
It's great to pass down things, from generation to generation. And I'm starting to rediscover more and more recipes from my grandmother, and the wine making I started.
And cheese making. You do great cheese.
Cheese making, and these things are so important, and to carry on these traditions, the homemade food. And you can go buy these things, sure, you can probably find them somewhere, but to be able to have that in your family, be able to make it together, and family time. It's about spending time together, doing something, and enjoying something that you make together.
Well, one of the fun things that we used to do as a family is make guanti, which is it means Guanti means the hand. So it kind of looks like a hand with the fingers. And the kids love to cut, with a curler.
And to let them have their part of the process. And there's no better time than right now. I'm happy to be on your show around this holiday, Christmas time, because there's no better time to do it than right now. This is a time where it's a time about spending with your family, about being together, and doing things and enjoying your time together.
Yeah. Now, one of the things I was going to ask you if you did, because in our family we made raviolis. And of course, the whole family got together and made it, and they made the dough, and they did it, and then you laid them all out on the bed, right?
Yeah, you lay them out. My grandmother was great at putting those putting by hand.
Oh yeah, we made them by hand. No machine.
There was no machines then,
Besides, they're better by hand.
But that's how I watched it growing up. I watched these things being made, and it's great that you have those memories and you make the connection, And when I went back and I saw that spaghetti frittata, the other thing they were making was chestnuts.
Roasted chestnuts. I love roasted. And be sure to cut them.
Yeah, you cut them. If you don't cut them, it's going to be problems. Right. They could explode. Right.
They'll be all over the oven.
They just kind of burst open.
But they're so good, aren't they?
They are good. And my father makes them in the oven. You can do them over an open flame.
We did them in the oven, right? We got towards the end of the meal. My mother would turn the oven on about 4:25, put those chestnuts in that she'd already soaked or cut and soaked a little bit. And they come out so good.
The skin just peels right off, and that's a great dessert to have with coffee, during your meal. It's something that you don't think about, but it's a simple thing that you can enjoy with your family as well.
Well, the Italians are very famous for their pastries, but it's interesting that we didn't eat a lot of sweets. I don't know how you were in your family, but I told Greg the other day, as a snack for me was lupines or black olives, I did not eat, junk when I went home after school. I ate food.
Those are the things, and I remember growing up with those things, and I was, you think like, wow, I haven't seen these around. I don't see these on the menu anywhere, but I see them at my house. And you wonder, are we the only ones eating these? But it's not. There's other families doing exactly the same thing.
Exactly the same thing. Now, you brought some photos, so let's take a look at the photos so you can tell us what we're looking at here. Because I know are out.
These photos are from what's called Italian American Day up at the state capitol. That's Tony Danza. We usually have an Italian American celebrity or somebody to come join us.
And you didn't call me.
So, and it's all about what we just talked about.
Tony Danza. Oh my God.
This festival
wonderful.
Is all about the food making. It's all about Italian heritage, Italian culture, making sure that we pass that along for everyone to enjoy and preserve it. So that's now this during Italian American Day. We have visitors. We had the Consul General of Italy come visit as well, and we have the president of the Italian American Legislative Conference as well.
Oh, wonderful.
Yep, and we have another Italian actress, Annabella Sciorra. I hope I pronounced that correctly. So that was the year before. Just to make people aware that we are part. I am part of a Italian American Legislative Conference, and we make sure that we have Italian American Day. We preserve Italian American culture and do what we can. There's my daughter, my father, cooking the spaghetti frittata. Yeah. This is one of my favorite pictures. My daughter with the chef's hat on. She's putting.
I think your son was in the video for just a moment or two.
Yep. He has joined us. My father is actually a pretty good cook. A lot of these recipes he's really good at. My mother is excellent, and like I said, at explaining these things and where they come from.
Well, when we went to your house and we were making those 7 fishes, huh?
Oh yeah, and you know we'll be having those soon. So,
Wonderful. Yeah,
it's almost that time, right?
Yeah.
So you know it's great. You know, I guess I'm glad to be on your show and just encourage people to try start some traditions this year. Maybe you have one that you want to keep going, or maybe you have one that you want to start. It's great just to get the ingredients. Start the tradition. Spend time with your family. Enjoy the holiday season.
Yeah, and the strudel. Do you make the cookies to the Christmas cookies with the same dough, or do you?
Yeah, we make the same. Yeah,
the same dough. I think you make the cookies
Yep.
a little bit different, but
Yep,
they're so good.
And I think that down the line, these are things that my kids are going to look back and say, "Oh yeah, I remember doing that." With
I remember my dad used to do that.
and,
Now he's president, and what can we?
No.
You'll be sitting in the White House.
Hopefully, I'll still be cooking. So learning these things, from my parents and passing them down is just such a great feeling for me, and it's great to share them on your show. It's great.
Always fun. It's always fun to have you on.
It's always, the Christmas time seems to be a time when we get together and talk about this great food. And
we always end up talking. Never
and-
talk about politics. What is wrong with us?
I don't know. I guess we're real people talking about real things happening. So it's wonderful.
Now, I would just mention that because Angelo Santabarbara, as you most likely know, is the assemblyman for the 111th district in our area. He covers Fulton and Montgomery. What is it? Albany. You kind of got
Albany County.
You got kind of a weird.
Yep. It's it covers Schenectady,
part of
County,
here,
part of Albany County, all of Montgomery County. So it's a lot of traveling, a lot of seeing, a lot of different.
You've got 3 offices, right?
Yeah, there's 3 offices, a lot of different issues across the district, a lot of things we try and help with, a lot of exciting things happening. So I'm happy to be the representative and to be able to have this opportunity.
Yeah, this is great. And we love to have Angelo on because we get to talk about food. And I suppose I should sit down someday and really talk about politics with him, although this is like over my head sometimes. I can never. But you're doing a lot of good stuff about the driving and a lot of things with kids and future cities, so a lot of good things.
There's a lot of opportunity, a lot of issues that we've been addressing over the years. This is my second term in office, so we're going to be taking on a whole new set of issues, a whole new set of priorities, working on things like education, broadband, and a variety of issues.
Net neutrality. Can we keep net neutrality?
Yeah, there's a lot of things that.
Boy, this scares the heck out of me.
So these are issues that we want to be able to help with, but it all starts with being out there and hearing from the people you represent, and I try and do that as much as I can.
So you want people to contact you if they have an issue that they'd like to have addressed?
Absolutely. That's the best way to do this, is to hear directly what the issues are from the constituents you represent.
Exactly. Angelo Santabarbara, he's your assemblyman from the 111th district, and you can always reach him. He's very approachable and reachable, and I'm still trying to figure out that recipe for frittata. You got to work on that one.
We'll have to get it off Instagram and put it on Facebook.
I think you better, yeah, really. But anyway, I think maybe I can figure it out from what you told me. I had to repeat it twice, you noticed. That was for my own reasoning.
Well,
Thank you for the wine.
Enjoy the wine.
Yep.
Enjoy your holidays.
Absolutely.
Happy
Good
New
to see
Year.
you. Yeah.
You and your
You
family.
too.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Merry
Okay,
Christmas.
good.
Happy holidays to everybody watching.